Man, hold up. Man, hold up. Shalom, everybody. What up? What up? What up? What up? Man, hold up. Welcome back to Reading with SHILO. Let's see, where can I put this? Now let's put no. Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of Reading with SHILO. What's up, man? It's part 13. Part 13 of the slave revolution in the Caribbean, 1789 to 1804. The sea of pages has been laid in front of us by Mr. Dubois and Mr. Garrigus, man. We out here. I'm out here. Man, you got everything you need to succeed today. What's up? Let's succeed. And today we're going to succeed at our reading. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get to rowing. Get to rowing. Get to rowing my boat, man. My reading boat. Row my reading boat until I turn into a reading pirate ship. As we sail the sea of pages that has been laid to us in all the ages. So what's up with everybody, man? When you come in, like, comment, subscribe, tell your people, man, SHILO out here reading shit. What's up? What's up, man? I'm ready to roll and read. Hope you're doing your thing, man. I was out there yesterday in the trees. Oh, I ain't see shit. I ain't see nothing, man. Nothing. I heard a couple of things here and there, but I never saw anything. I found another spot. I found a spot that I think I want to go back later on to today. And hopefully that spot might give us a little something. A little something. So what's up with y'all today? Huh? What y'all doing? What y'all got going? Are you ready? Are you prepared to succeed? Have you got up? Have you done the workout? Have you brushed your teeth and washed your face? You did some of that? Did you do that there? I'm gonna clean up my nails before my fingers be all on the camera. All right, let's get it, man. We are ready to get it. I'm ready to get it. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. What up? Man, we almost done with the book. We We way over halfway. We are way over halfway in the book, man. We are really on the down slope. We are on the down slope. I can see the X marks the spot in the distance. Now, sniffing ain't good for you, my boy. Stop sniffing dogs' butts. We about to see and see what the winds of this book may bring us. In part 4, section 4 of this book, Defining Emancipation, 1794 to 1798. We are in part 27, Mr. Victor Hughes' proclamations. That's what we're going to get into once we get to that part. But first, man, we got to go ahead and do our spiel. We got to go ahead and get our workout on, man. 25 things. That's what we got to do. What you going to do today, man? What you going to do today? What 25 things you going to do? Get your body going. Get your body moving. Get your blood pumping. Get your breathing going. Because you have everything you need to succeed. You have everything you need to succeed. We just got to succeed, man. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to push through it one way or the other. One way or the other. So whatever you're going to do, let's get it. 25 things. You got your 25 together? Push-ups, sit-ups, whatever it is. 25 of them. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Do that. Do that. And let's make some changes in our life. Let's make some adjustments that we need to make. If you fat, let's lose some weight. If you not fat, let's get toned up. Let's make some shit happen. And let's work our mind. Work our mind, because that's the most important thing. All the body work you can do, all the body work you want. But if your mind ain't working right, then something wrong, baby. You're not going to succeed the way you need to succeed. So, but the objective is to succeed. So let's do so. 25 things, 25 of them. Let's get it. Get my ass on this floor and do some shit. Oh, Lord, I don't want to do nothing. And sometimes it be that way. sometime it be where you don't want to do shit. But you got to do something, man. 25 of them. 25 whatevers. 25 for you, 25 for me. I might do 50, but I think I'm going to do 25 today. 25. What you going to do, man? 25 of them. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get up. 8, 9. Get up. 10. Get up. My hell. 10 of them things. What you gonna do? Get your ass up. Can you get your ass up? 10. 11. Get up. Rise up. And yet I rise. 11. And still I rise. 12. We'll rise up then. 13. Hurry up. 14. Let's get it. 25 things. Work that stomach. 15. Get your shit together. Oh, if you're fat, get unfat. 16. 17. 18. Let's push it. 19. Whew. 20. Oh, good googly moogly.
I thought I heard DJ or something in here.
Huh?
I thought I heard DJ in here.
No, sir, you only heard me, your daddy in here. Nobody want to see your abs. 20. I'm trying to see my abs. 21. 22. So I can play with you all your life. I can run around the house and chase you and wrestle with you and fight with you. 22. 23, you can play basketball with you and play soccer with you and go hunting with you and fishing with you.
I like playing basketball.
24, one more. 25, let's go one more to grow. 26. All right. I did 25 things, man. Shit.
So you don't need to use the small one?
Yeah, I use the small one because I don't need to use the big one right now.
Good.
All right. I done got my little loss of breath. Yeah, man, the little 25 things got me breathing. Got me breathing heavy. Hey, man, go grab me, please. Go grab me another bottle of water, please, sir. Thank you. Yeah, we out here, baby. Getting it in. Let's go. That's right. That's right. Hurry up. Get your ass up. Do something. Get the weight off you. Get your body moving. Get your brain circulating. All that shit happening. Oh, let me get that water. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, son. Hey, you can go ahead and get started on your schoolwork, man. Go do a page and everything. Not in that. No, don't do the test. The one that I told you is the test. Wait till I'm finished reading, and then I'll go over what you need to do for that test. Do the page after the test, all right? Roger. Thank you, sir. All right. Now, while he doing his homeschool, let me get into ours. Let's get into this reading roller coaster. Because it's not no rainbow. It's more like a roller coaster, ups and downs. All right. Now, we done worked our body. The routine is work your body, work your mind, and then work your body again. Work your body to start off, work your mind in the middle, and work your body on the end to leave out, man. 25 things both times. And if you do 25 things both times, man, that's at least 50 things that you have done. That's something. Something is better than nothing. A little motion is better than no motion. And we got to get our ass up and do something, man. We can't be stagnant. We can't be sitting down getting fat. We got to do something, man. Your mind can't be stagnant. We got to get up and do something with that too. So let's do that, man. Do the curls. You do curls. I'm going to do curls another time. I only ask 25 things. That's all I ask, 25. So whatever it is you choose to do within your time period of what's doing them 25 things, whether it be curls, sit-ups, jumping jacks, whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable doing, just do something. Get up, even if you're getting out your seat 25 times, up, down, like you're doing squats. Just do something. Something is better than nothing, and you have to start somewhere. Start small and grow big. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, Mr. Gavin, Mr. Killer Pat. Appreciate the subs. Appreciate the subs. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody that come in, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your people, shout out here reading shit, doing shit, man. We're going to try to apply some shit. And we're going to try to be better than we was yesterday. Better than we was yesterday. Better than we was years ago. New you. New you. The you supposed to be. You have everything you need to succeed, so let's succeed. And it's time to read. Come on. This is part 13. Welcome. Part 13 of the Slave Revolution in the Caribbean. Part 13 of the book. Let's finish it, man. Let's finish assassinating this book, man. Let's finish taking it down. It shouldn't have took us this long to take this book down. But we out here. We're going to keep pushing, no matter how hard it may seem. Section 13 of Slave Revolution in the Caribbean, 1789 by 1804 by Mr. Dubois and Mr. Garrigus. This is section 4 of the book. Defining Emancipation, 1794 to 1798. 4 years. What happened in these 4 years? 27. Victor Hugh's Proclamation of 1794. In June 1794, a small mission of French troops invaded Guadeloupe, which had been occupied by the British a few months earlier, carrying a decree of emancipation passed in Paris in February. Now, facing a much larger force, the French freed slaves on the plantation and recruited many to help rid the island of the British, and therefore of slavery. And within a few months, the entire island was back in French hands. The mission was led by 3 commissioners appointed by the National Convention to bring emancipation to Guadeloupe, and one of them, Victor Hughes, would quickly emerge as the central leader in the colony. The following documents are proclamations issued by Hughes and another commissioner, Pierre Labas, during their first month on the island. They represent the complicated balancing act of Hughes's regime in Guadeloupe, which brought liberation to the slaves, but simultaneously sought, like the parallel regimes in Saint Dominic, to maintain a colonial economy by forcing them to keep working on the plantations. The first document was attached to posters that proclaimed the emancipation decree in Guadeloupe. If I'm emancipated, then why I gotta work for you? Let's see what the proclamation says. Citizens, a republic government accepts neither chains nor slavery, and therefore the National Convention has just solemnly proclaimed that the liberty of the Negroes and confided the execution of this law to the commissioners it has delegated for the colonies. The result of this natural redress and its civic organization must be, number 1, the beneficial equality without which the political machine is like a clock whose pendulum loses its equilibrium and its perpetual action. Number 2, an administration, both generally and individually, committed to guaranteeing the property already held by some and the product of the work and industry of others. Citizens of all colors, your happiness depends on this law, but the white citizens must kindly offer in fraternity and with reasonable wages work that to their black and colored brothers. And the latter must also learn and never forget that those who have no property must provide, therefore, their work for their own substance and that of their family, as well as to the support of their nation. Citizens, you have become equal in order to enjoy happiness and to share it with all others. The person who oppresses his co-citizen is a monster who must be banished from the social world. Man, if I'm free, I want to be free. I don't want to work for you. If I'm free to do me, and that's what I want to do. If I want to go live in the mountains and live off the land, then I'm free to do so. You know, ain't nobody can't tell me that I can't live here. I can't build here. I can't grow here. I can't hunt here. I can't. That's what freedom is. The freedom to do what the hell I want. The freedom to do me. That's freedom. I don't need no permit. If I want to cut down a few trees or fell a few trees to go build me a cabin, I should be able to do that because I'm free. 6 days later, the commissioner issued another proclamation that made clear they were unhappy with the way the former slaves had responded to the freedom. And the National Convention, through its decree of February 4th, has granted you the highest of blessings, liberty. She has confided the application of this law to us. Her intention in smashing your chains was to grant you greater happiness by allowing you to enjoy your rights of working for me. Who want this shit? We will be responsible to the nation and humanity if we do not prevent the disorders that the enemies of the public interest hope to make you the victims of. We have been pained to learn that depredations have been committed in our countryside, that manic plants have been cut and bananas removed for no reason and with the simple intention of hurting the owners. It is hard for us to believe these accusations, but in the circumstances that the colony finds itself in, it is vital to provide for the conservation of the property of each individual. It is vital to provide for the conservation, not conversation, the conservation of the property of each individual, and especially of the provisions of all kinds. And therefore, we expressly forbid all citizens of whatever color to touch the provisions of the inhabitants, such as maniocs, bananas, corn, etc., without the express permission of the owner. And those who contravene this order will be pursued to the full extent of the law. And in those cases where they take the said provisions with malevolence, there will be declared outlaws, or they will be declared outlaws and punished with death as traitors who have consorted with the enemies of the republic. Well, I guess I'd have been a traitor, man. I guess I'd have been a traitor. They had to come get me. Bitch, come get me. Grow my own shit for me. In the next proclamation addressed to the black citizens and written soon afterwards, the commissioners took an even harsher tone towards the former slaves. The Republic, in recognizing the rights that nature gave you, did not intend to release you from the obligation of working for what you need to live. I don't need to work for it. The Most High granted me everything. Fish is free. Food is free. He who does not work deserves only disdain and must not profit from the blessing of our regeneration. You must assume, with good reason, that the lazy survive only through pillaging. Ain't that something? The lazy only survive through pillaging. So I guess all the pink people is lazy. The lazy survive only through pillaging. And since all citizens cannot be employed in the defense of the colony, it is indispensable that those who are not incorporated into the armed forces go to work cultivating the land and planting food as quickly as possible. In fact, citizens, he who sacrifices his pain and his sweat to provide food to his co-citizens deserves just as much a reward as he who sacrifices to defend them. And in consequence, citizens, we invite and require those of you who are not incorporated into the army to return to the plantations where you previously lived, and to work there without respite planting potatoes, yams, and other edible roots. We promise to protect you and pay you for your work. But if against our will, some of you refuse to respond to our invitation, we will declare you traitors in the name of the Republic and punish you to the full extent of the law. What law, bitch? I'm free. We order the municipality to use the armed forces to break up the mobs and force the black citizens to return to their respective plantation to plant provisions. 28. Genevieve Labothriere secures her brother's freedom. Genevieve Labothriere secures her brother's freedom in 1796 to 1801. Now, while Hughes brought liberty to Guadeloupe, the British held on to Martinique. And as a result, slavery was maintained there. And in this document, drawn up in front of the notary of Basse-Terre, Guadeloupe, a woman explained how she was able to secure freedom for her brother who was still enslaved in Martinique. And many ex-slaves like Labothriere used their new right to create legal documents to document and solidify their access to liberty and property. This document is relatively unique, however, because in the process of confronting the fact that her actions were technically illegal, the slave trade was abolished in France, and Labothriere related her individual actions to the broader policies of Republican emancipation. It also shows how networks that tie together families as well as blacks and whites, such as Jacques Dubois, who assisted Labothriere, crossed geographic and imperial boundaries during this period. Today, the morning of September 28th, year 10, 1801, of the French Republic, united and indivisible, before the notary public of the aforementioned republic, established for the region of the island of Guadeloupe and its dependencies, at the Basse-Terre residence of the undersigned, appeared the citizen Genevieve Labothriere, called Mayotte, shopkeeper, and the citizen Joseph Labothriere Taylor, her natural brother, in the neighborhood of Saint Francois, region of Guadeloupe district, and commune of Basse-Terre. These two have declared that at the time when slavery was abolished in the colony, citizen Joseph Labothriere, who then belonged to Les Eaux of Saint Pierre, island of Martinique, fell under the power of the English and was deprived of benefiting from the general emancipation established by the laws of the French Republic. And in order to improve the text illegible, in order to improve the, it says the text was illegible, of the manumission, he brought together the means that he had already procured himself through his savings, those provided to him successfully by active work and the resources of honest industry. When he found himself in possession of the necessary sums for the realization of his plans, he had a letter written to Citizeness Labothriere, his sister, who is present and who will stay involved in the present process at his request. They have judged it appropriate to make the present declaration to certify the truth, which is that citizen Joseph Labothriere, although he was taken out of slavery by the laws of the Republic, was forced by circumstances to reclaim his liberty with his own money, being in a colony that had been usurped by the enemies of France. And that in his occasion, citizeness Genevieve Labothriere, his sister, has carried out an act of fraternity, founded on the laws of nature, without hurting the laws of the Republic, since her brother had paid the price of his freedom himself and was not sold to her. And consequently, citizeness Labothriere never had any sort of right over her brother's person, nor over the use of his time and services. And in order to avoid all future difficulties that could challenge her brother as a result of 3 privately signed documents attached to this deed, citizeness Labothriere declares that she surrenders completely to citizen Joseph Labothriere, her brother, all the rights the aforementioned private deeds might give her over the use of his time and of his services. And she consents that her aforementioned brother use and dispose of his time and his services, of his talents and his industry for his personal profit, and he has done until now, as he has done until now. Excuse me. Since the period previously cited, without having to answer to anyone and without his ever being disturbed, troubled, or sought out in this regard by the present party, nor by her heirs or other representatives, which has been accepted by the citizen Labotheri, her brother. The parties requested a deed of all of this, which was given to them by the undersigned notary to serve them and to verify for whatever reason. And attached to the document above were the following private deeds mentioned in the text, which documented how the money that was used to buy Joseph changed hands over the course of several years in several different locations. I received from Mr. Jacques Dubois, or Dubois, or Jacques Dubois, or Dubois, the sum of 2,000 livres for the mulatto Joseph Taylor, who I sold and delivered to him in St. Pierre, October 13th of 1796. Signed, Garrigus, representative of Mary. I recognize having received from Genevieve Mayati the sum of 2,000 livres for the price of the mulatto Joseph, Taylor by profession, who I sold and delivered to her in St. Thomas on April 14, 1794. Signed, Jacques Dubois. I recognize having received from the brother Joseph the sum of 2,000 livres, which I reimbursed to Sir Jacques Dubois for the acquisition he made of the said Joseph from the hands of the dame Garrigus, representation of the citizen Mary, and the said receipt dated April 14, 1794, St. Thomas, on July 6, 1798. Excuse me, April 14, 1798, in St. Thomas of July 6, 1798. X, the mark of Genevieve Mayati. Now this island, one of the Virgin Islands, was then under Danish control, and it was a busy port and neutral territory in the war between France and Britain. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on these islands, man, a lot of different things. You got people trying to free their people from one island to the other. 29. The plantation policies of Etienne Poliver in 1794. Through those Santhanaks, the Declaration of General Liberty made him the most famous of St. Dominic's revolutionary commissioners. The efforts of his colleague Etienne Poliver, who proclaimed emancipation in the southern and western provinces, were just as important. And Poverel declared emancipation more slowly than Santhanaks. Once it was in place, he also issued numerous decrees that sought to lay out and control exactly how it would be implemented. And in the regions under Poverel's control, many plantations had been abandoned by their owners and, following French revolutionary law, had been sequestered and taken over by the state, which meant that the administration often had direct control over them and those who worked there. In the following document, Poverel explained to field workers some of the finer points of his plan in a way to suggest he was responding to attempts by the freed people to take advantage of and expand the limits of their own new liberty. He insisted, for instance, that it was acceptable for women to receive less pay than men, and something many women on the plantation had contested in the intervening months. We get some water and then we'll keep pushing. Regulations on the proportion of work and the compensation on the sharing of agriculture or revenues between the landowners and the field workers. Plain de élevage Plain de Elavash on February 7th of 1794. Plain de Elavash. Plain de Elavash. Plain de Elavash. Not ill, it might be al. Plain de Elavash. The Al-Evash, February 7th, 1794. The enemies of liberty had predicted that no one would ever get any work out of the Africans once they were free. They shouldn't have to get any work. This is the dumb shit, man. You're damn right. I just want to go home. Give us free. The enemies of liberty had predicted that no one would ever get any work out of the Africans once they were free. You know, that might be the same, even though we're not Africans, but that might be the same damn thought here in America. If they really let the, I guess you'd call them the Aboriginals or the copper people free, if they let the copper people free from the pink people, then they won't get the work that they want. That they would pillage and destroy. Well, why wouldn't they? That's what they was taught. If you want something, you must take it. If you want something, you must take it and destroy what was already set there before, so that way you can rebuild in your name. Ain't that the way? This is the way. Well, this is the way. Oh, shit. Well, Africans had been declared free for 3 months now. They have been left to their own devices without repressive or coercive laws, and they have neither pillaged nor destroyed nor murdered. Because we're not like you. They not like us. The work crews are back. Yes, sir.
Can you give me one?
Yes, sir. You can get one. I love you, my son. You okay?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
How's your head feeling?
Good.
Your eyes?
Good.
Your nose?
Good.
Your mouth?
Good.
Your throat?
Good.
Your chest?
Good.
Your stomach?
Good.
Your arms?
Good.
Your legs?
Good.
Your giblets?
Good.
I'm glad you're feeling good. All right. Let me see. You're not hot.
A little bit hot.
No, sir. You're not hot at all.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
I still got about 15 minutes left to read. Yes, sir, about 15 minutes. The work crews are back in order and are staying that way. The rebels who had been called brigands have all gone back to work or have joined the armies of the Republic and are fighting for her. If some plantation crews refuse to work, it is because enemies of the public peace gave the field hands false ideas about liberty. It is because landowners and managers continue to treat them like slaves, hiding my proclamation from them or misapplying them or telling them that liberty and my proclamations would last only a few days. If there was vagrancy, if some of those who did stay on the plantation did less work, if almost all field workers believed they could rest on Saturday as well as on Sunday, this is because they wanted to try out their freedom, so to speak, to assure themselves that it was not a dream and that they were really in charge of their own work and of the coming and going as they pleased. We know then what we can fear or hope for from the new freemen. In the initial excitement of their new freedom, they committed errors, not crimes. Their mistakes were the result of errors, ignorance, and poorly understood self-interests. We will help them understand, and they will be like us or even better because they are less corrupted. The question of Saturday's work seems to be the most important point to them. As slaves, they did not work on Sunday. They almost seem to believe that their status has not changed if they do not have one more day per week. And Africans, listen carefully to me. You can rest on Saturday and on Monday every day of the week if you want. No one has the right to force you to work a single day if you don't want to. You are completely free. But you have to eat and clothe yourself. You also want occasional to have a special meal with your friends. You want your woman to be well dressed to honor you and to be more attractive. Have her sew her own shit. I don't need your French shit. I go make my shit. You want to be properly dressed yourself and to have comfortable furniture. All that shit I can make. To please your woman and for your health, theirs and that of your children. Only the products of the land will allow you to apply all these needs. That land does not belong to you, and it don't belong to you either, French. It belongs to those who purchased it, to those who inherited it from the first buyers. Only you can lay claim to the products of this land only through agriculture. No, we can lay claim to the products of this land the way you did, through pillaging and destroying. And I have told you that the portion assigned to you in the revenues of the land will be given to you only in compensation for your work. When I set that portion at 1/3 of the net revenue, I assumed that you would work 6 days a week. You want to cut back on Saturday from the first. I already told you that you have the authority to do this, but look at the results. To cut back 1 day of work per week is to cut back 1/6 of the year's work and therefore diminish revenues by at least 1/6. Suppose that a sugar estate gives most years 300 milars of sugar and profit through regular work of 6 days a week. The share of the landowner would be 200 milars. What is a mylar? Anybody in the chat know? M-I-L-L-I-E-R-S. Is it a mylar or a milliers? Is it a millier or a mylar? M-I-L-L-I-E-R-S. Let's see. M-I-L-L-I-E-R-S. Milliers. Millier. What is a millier? The millier. 200 milliers. What is a millier? A metric weight of 1 million grams. A millier is a noun. A metric weight of 1 million grams. 200 million grams. Millier. The share of the landowner would be 200 million grams. 200 milliers. And yours would be 100 milliers. A millier. By resting on Saturday, you reduce the profit by 1/6. That is, those 300 milliers are lowered to 250. But since it is not the landowner's fault that profits are reduced, it is not fair that he share the reduced, that his share be reduced. He must still have his 200 milliers in sugar, and this will lower your share to 50 milliers. And it is fair that the reduction falls on you, since it is your fault that products are reduced. Well, tell the landowner to get his ass out there and go work it. Man, knock everybody off, man. That's what I say. Knock everybody off and start over. Knock everybody off and start over. The landowners ain't really the landowners. Knock them off. The landowners belong to the original Haitians that were there before the French came, before the British came, before the Dutch came. Knock all them people off. Knock them off. Off with thee. What if you wanted another day of rest in addition to Saturday? You still have the power to make this decision, and by cutting back 2 days out of 6 is 1/3 of the work. So 1/3 of the products is cut back. And in other words, instead of 300 milliers of sugar, there will only be 200 milliers, and which is the landowner's share, and nothing will remain for you. If you wanted to take idleness and refusal to work even farther, the land would not produce even the 200 milliers of sugar for the landowner's share, and therefore it would be clear that you would be abusing your freedom. No, I wouldn't. And the landowner would be free to act by himself. The freedom of the landowner consists in the ability to have his land worked as he wishes, by whomever he wishes, and in the way that he wishes. He would start by evicting the entire lazy work crew from the plantation and hiring day laborers to work his land. And he would no longer have to provide shelter or a provision ground to the field hands. It is quite clear that he would owe nothing to be dismissed to the dismissed Africans. Yep, and we just take it, just take it, just take it. That's where the pirating comes from. Just take it. Take what's yours. Take what's yours. That's what they say, right? Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Ain't pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Isn't that just taking what's yours? Taking what belongs to you. Pillage what belongs to you. It's my money and I want it now. It's my land and I want it now. These are my animals and I want it now. This is my food and I want it now. You shouldn't have to wait for it. It's mine. I'm free. I was here before you. You work for me. That's what it should be. He owes nothing like this to the day laborers, who can be considered only transients and who can claim each day only the wages set for one day. Africans, now you have been educated. Let us see if you will still choose to rest on Saturday with the inevitable poverty it will bring, instead of the well-being for which I have prepared you. I must warn you against making other critical errors that may seem to be in your interest. And today, some of you are convinced that because you have been freed, because measures are being taken to improve your condition, you must have larger gardens than you had when you were a slave. You damn right. But I tell you that these small gardens were absolutely right and essential for you then. And today, however, they are unnecessary, and there would be no drawbacks or unfairness in taking them away. Before you were only given just enough food and clothes to survive. You received no care. Nothing was spent so that their lodgings would be clean and healthful, nor for the daily needs of your households. Each of you had to produce for your gardens as an additional means to satisfy the needs that no one would acknowledge, think about, or meet. Today, you yourselves decide what pleasures you will have and there will become part of the cost of operating the plantation and will be deducted before anything else from the plantation's produce. These things must be decided by the administrative council made up of managers and commodores that you yourself have chosen. Now, I'm going to stop at section 30. Man, my nose is itching. What does that mean? 2 pages. I'm going to stop at section 30. Before you had no share in the profits of the plantation, and today each of you will have his share in these profits in proportion of his work. Therefore, you now need your provision grounds less than ever. I do not want to take them from you, but I cannot permit them to be any larger than the limits that have always been set. 30 set by 20, or an area of 600 steps. In other words, 16 gardens for each keru of land. A keru equals 2.7 acres. Man, so about the amount I'm sitting on. Man, that's all they get, huh? Man. Finally, your women grumble about the inequality of my proposed system in shares because I have allotted them less than the men. Why give us less than the men, they say. Don't we all go to work at the same time, they ask. Don't we all quit at the same time? The target of their exaggerated claim is not the landowners, but you, their men. They want us to ignore the natural inequality in the strength of men and women. Their usual are irregular ailments and the periods of rest they need for pregnancy, childbirth, and nursing. Yet, these men, whose share of the profits they envy, are working, saving, and yearning for gold only to spend it on their women. Africans, if you want these women to be reasonable yourself. This is about your well-being, about the freedom of your fathers, your brothers, your cousins, who are maybe this very moment slaves in English, Dutch, Spanish, or Portuguese colonies. This is about the peace of your native land. You have in your hands the fate of all Africa. The following documents written by Etienne Poverel, by managers, overseers, or military officials in the Cays plain along St. Dominic's southern coast, reveal field workers' varying responses to Poverel's new plantation regulations. The first document, dated February 24th of 1794, was written by Pierre Duval, a naval inspector who visited the first Laborde plantation in accordance with Article 22 of Poverel's February regulations on plantation work. Now, arriving on the said plantation about 9 o'clock in the morning, I found the manager's house locked, and I was told that he had left to the town of Les Keys. To the town of Les Keys Saturday after dinner. And I then asked the cart driver where the field crew was. And he answered that they was cutting cane. I went to the cane field, where I found only 33 field hands, not counting the 2 former head slaves, commodores, and the 6 cart drivers. I asked the overseers where the other Africans were. They answered that an African had died and that some of the workers were at the burial of this African from the Congo nation. I ordered the commodores to bring the field hands to the plantation house and to assemble everyone, men and women, so that I could convey to them the civil commissioner's orders, which I was charged with carrying out. I found the Africans to be in good humor, including the women, most of whom were working and who promised to apply themselves faithfully. I ordered the overseers and other leaders of the field crew to evict any women and even men who refused to work. And I told these women that I took it upon myself to postpone their punishment, and that I would go to ask the civil commissioner to pardon them. But I assured them that all those who were not working after dinner that day would be evicted and not allowed back on the plantation. Excuse me. Excuse me. And that we were awaiting new orders to evict those who refused to work on Saturday, but who, at the moment, appeared sorry and wanted to return to work. The overseers assured me that there had been 55 slaves, cutting cane this morning, and that before I arrived, they had sent away some to bury the African who died yesterday, and for the ceremonies that were normal in their country, that about 20 women had worked this morning, and that several of those who had stayed in their huts were sick or breastfeeding children. And the next document was written by Lacal, the manager of the Codier plantation, on March 20th, 1794. I am sending you 2 African women who refused to work at night after the decision of the plantation's administrative council. Not only did they refuse to work, but they also said the worst things to the Commodore, threatening him and saying that he would be the only one working in the sugar mill at night. And I, therefore, ask you to punish them as an example. The next document was written by another manager. Lalesme on the Foreman plantation on March 17th, 1794. It is my privilege to write and inform you that the so-called Marquis Second Commodore has demanded more indolent and lazy, has become more indolent and lazy than ever for the common work of the plantation. Since I arrived on said plantation, there has not been a moment when I have been pleased with his conduct. It appears that he is setting the worst example for the field workers. I must tell you that said Marquis is from the Igbo nation, and that 3/4 of the plantation field workers are from the same country and have sided with him. As for Corridon, the first Commodore, he does his duty reasonably well, but he is not supported by his second. And said Corridon always arrives at work with the field hand of his Congo nation an hour before those of said Marquis. I am sorry to trouble you with these problems that exist on this plantation between the senior commodores as well as among the field hands. My concern is for the common welfare and the good of the Republic. I have always been zealous and interested in whatever is my duty and in the good fortune of the fellow citizens. We're going to stop there. We're going to stop there at section 30. Jean-Baptiste Bellet, The True Colors of the Planters, or The System of the Hotel Maciek, exposed by Goli. Man, there's a lot of stuff right there, man. That don't really sound like freedom right there, man. It sounds like emancipation was not freedom. Yeah, the emancipation was not freedom at all. The emancipation was just another form of slavery. The same as here in America. The emancipation was just another form of slavery. You didn't free the slaves. Freedom means freedom. Freedom. You see, when the when the so-called pilgrims came here and declared their freedom from England and all the other places that they came from, they were so say free to adventure and conquer whatever they wanted to conquer. That was freedom. That is freedom. You know, the being told you're free and then told you have to do this. It's not freedom. It is not freedom. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do shit. But be brown and die. You know, if I want to fish, I'm free to do so. If that's what I want to do all damn day and I want to live in a damn tent, I'm free to do so. You know, that's freedom. If I want to go out there and build me a boat, build me a castle, I am free to do so. That is freedom. We don't have that freedom here. There's no freedom to do that. You have to acquire permits and all this other shit, pay taxes. I gotta pay taxes. That's not freedom. That's not freedom. It's still slavery. I'm still subjugated. It's subjugation. I'm still subjugated to somebody. The freedom of doing whatever the hell I want to do. Freedom, real freedom, real freedom. If I want to just walk the damn lands, freedom to do so. Because they don't own shit. Who gave you the rights to own something? Who sold it to you? Did the native people of that land sell it to you? Did the originals sell it to you? No, they didn't sell it to you. Just like that part in Black Panther when he was looking at the artifacts and the lady was telling him it was acquired in Benin and he was like, I'm gonna take it off your hands. Don't worry, I'm gonna take it off your hands. And she was like, it's not for sale. And he's like, well, how you think your people got it? Did your people get it for a fair price or did they take it? They took it. They took it. That's freedom. The freedom to take. Or the freedom to possess and have what was originally mine in the first place. It was originally mine. Who gave you the right? Who gave you the right? But, you know, I want that same freedom. Same freedom. But that freedom has to be fought for. That freedom, that type of freedom only comes with blood, sweat, and tears. That freedom will come at a cost. That freedom. Freedom! You know, they don't want people to be free like that on the land. If I was free, I could go anywhere I want to go. I could jump in a boat, build me a boat, and sail the 7 seas. For real. Freedom. That is freedom. Freedom. Man, my nose is itching. Anyway, that was part 13. That was today's reading. We have rode well. We rode decently. Part 13 of slave revolution in the Republic. Slave revolution in the Caribbean, 1789 to 1804. It definitely makes you think, you know. Yeah, you took me from one thing, but you put me onto another. You know. We stopped on page 144, so we read 10 pages. 11 pages. We're at 11 pages. Ooh. 11 pages. Oh yeah, it got 45 sections and we're on section 30. So we got 15 more sections to go before we finish the book. Before this book is assassinated, man. This book is being one tough cookie, man. It's holding it down. Yeah, shit like that get me fired up. Get me thinking on things. It makes me, you know, people complaining. In a way, the way America talks is the same way Poverel was talking. Look at what we give you. You free to come work for us. Ain't that good? Ain't that good? No. Pow. Get back. Free to work for me. That's good. Free to work for me. Well, look, man, like, comment, subscribe. Tell you people, man, shout out here reading shit. And we done read some shit today. Now it's time to work out a little bit to finish off, because I got some stuff I got to finish, man. I got some work I want to work on. Ooh, my stuff finally came in. My partner, my drawer finally drew. My next couple of pieces I'm about to start carving. I'm about to start trying to carve. I gotta draw them out first on the, you know. And before I do so, I gotta finish this session. I got about 4 of them to do. Do one of my children, or some of my children. I'm about to get to carving. That's what I'm about to do. Because I'm free to do so. I'm free. Freedom to do so. I have the freedom to do so. But, hey, it's still not freedom, man. It's still not freedom. Still not freedom at all. But we'll keep pushing. Let's go ahead and get 25 things. Give me 25 things, everybody. 25 things. Do something. 25 something, man. 25 somethings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, get it up there. 17, 18, oh, my beard, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, get it up, one more, 25, let me get it up to the other arm, can't do without the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This for Gavin K. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh Lord. 15. Oh Lord. 15.
You right done?
Almost. I gotta do 10 more curls.
10 more curls?
That's a 15.
What is girls?
What I'm doing right now.
Oh.
15. 16. 17. 18. Ooh, I feel it too. 18. 19. 20. Oh, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, I got one more. 25 in this sucker. Ooh, 25 in this sucker.
25 in that sucker?
25 in this sucker. 25 curls on each arm. Ooh.
Yeah. I did it on each arm.
I did 25 on each, man. 25 on each. 25 curls on each arm. Ooh. I hope you did 25 something, whatever it is. Do 25 things, man. 25 things, and let's continue to build. Hey, find me that square, man. Find me that big square so I could use it. Oh, yes, sir. You knew what it was. So you know, that's what I need, baby.
You don't need for that?
Yes, sir, I'm going to need this how to draw. I want to draw a line so I could cut this.
So you want to draw a line like this? Straight down.
Yes, sir, I'm going to draw a line straight down.
But not like this.
Let me see. See. I'm just going to put the line. I'm going to make a nick first.
A nick?
Yeah, I'm going to nick at the bottom. Right here. Just like it. Then, I draw it. Now I can draw the line. Because that's all I need for one. That's all I need for that side. All that.
That must be me with my
Yes, sir. That's
little
you,
small.
sir.
I wonder why you draw my head big. You gotta draw them like this.
What you mean? Because this the picture. The picture was taken like this, not like how you are right now. Don't work with it like that.
I did this one and that one.
Hold on, son. Hold on, son. Hold on, son. Make sure I have enough room for it. So, yeah, that's what it is. I'm about to get to drawing. And starting these carvings, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I need to cut everything out. That's what I need to do. Cut everything out.
You have to?
Yes, I'm gonna have a lot. I got about six things I need to cut out today. Yes, 6 things I need to cut out today, man. But that's what it is, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, man. I hope you keep pushing yourself to be better. You have all that you need to succeed. You have all that you need to succeed. The same way they succeeded in some form of fashion within the revolution in the Caribbean. They succeeded in some form of fashion. Even though it was one slavery for another, for the most part, they succeeded in their emancipation from the French or the emancipation from the British or Dutch, whoever they were under in these different islands. The French for Haiti, what they said, Jamaica was under the British. I think Martinique was under the Spanish. You know, and they freed them under those regimes, but they got put underneath another regime. So, you know, what they say, the grass ain't always green on the other side, you know, but hey, freedom needs to be fought for. I'm free. And you have the freedom to fight for it. But anyway, that's been today's session, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, man. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your people SHILO out here reading shit. If there's any books that you might want to hear, you know, please put it in the comments or whatever it is, wherever you like to put it in the comments so I can see and I can look into it. I know it's a couple people have mentioned a couple of books, like Who is Edom was one of the books that was mentioned, which I don't have, but I've never really got it. But Who is Edom is one. So I ain't gonna say a book hasn't been mentioned, but books have been mentioned, not many, but a couple. But we'll keep pushing no matter what. We're going to keep one session at a time, man, one episode at a time, one book at a time, one, you know, page, one section, one chapter, one line, one sentence, man, here a little and there a little until we find the treasures that are hidden in between the pages, man, the treasures that await us, until we can find certain things that we can pull from this and maybe apply it to our lives to help make us better fathers, brothers, you know, what you, a sister, mother, whatever, better people all together around, you know, which should be the objective. It should be the goal, to better yourself. And no matter what shape or form it is, better yourself, succeed. You have all that you need to succeed, man. You better believe it. You better know it. You better know it, man. Know that you have all you need to succeed. So let's do this thing. Every little bit helps. Every little bit counts in your succession. Every little bit that you do for yourself helps you and counts for you. So succeed, my brothers and sisters. Succeed, copper people. Succeed, my copper color people. Succeed. And don't let the pink people get you down. Don't let any other people hold you back. Succeed. That's what we're out here for. We have a mission. You have a mission. Make it happen. Make your mission happen. Yeah, man. Until next time, though. I'm out here, man. I'm out here doing my thing. SHILO. Shalom, everybody. Catch me on the back end, man. Catch it on the back end. Catch it on a replay. Like it, comment, subscribe on that shit. Tell me what you think about the slave revolution in the Caribbean, man. Shalom. I'm out. Time to fish, hunt, and cough.